Today we're going to be going over a 2-on-1. We're going to talk about how to get to the position, how to secure it, and then some of my favorite attacks from it, including the arsonist and a coach you pick. Enjoy. Hey, what's up everybody? Maxamillian Schneider here. Longtime judoka, 25 years experience, high school wrestler, D1 wrestler, working my jiu-jitsu black belt. In judo, I was on the 2016 Olympic team as a training partner. 2012, I was a youth Olympic champion in judo. Two-time Illinois state champion in wrestling. And now I'm just, learning from one of the best, Justin Flores. So there's a couple different ways we can get to a 2-on-1. I'm gonna show two of the options. One is we just have someone in the stance, right? And we're gonna utilize this grip, kind of like you're catching a football, to grab the wrist, right? So we're just gonna go in and get it, right? So when you go in and you grab it, you don't actually need to physically grab the arm. You can just collect it here and then use the open hands to pull it through. There's no need to actually grab onto the wrist. So and then we pull it through. And as we pull it through, the top hand drops and comes high on the shoulder. When I come high on the shoulder, I'm throwing my elbow through, and then I'm going to cinch it back down. One of the really important things about 2-on-1 is getting shoulder dominance. We're declaring high ground with the shoulders. So by coming up and pulling him under, we're putting pressure on the back of his shoulder with ours. From here, we're going to keep a bend in the arm, and we're gonna pull it in. I go double unders with my grips on the 2-on-1. I don't really like shotgunning it like this, right? I go double under and I pull this to the chest, and this should actually start applying a lot of strain to the shoulder. So I come here and I start leaning away with my shoulders, right? So those are kind of the core components of getting to a 2-on-1. Alternatively, if they club on our head, right? So when they club, we're gonna hook on the inside, we're going to step to the outside, and we're gonna turn our body, right? At the same time, I'm going to look away and suck it in. I'm going to utilize this hook grip to pull them across to do the same thing. Pull this up, transfer low, right? It's really important that when we do this club, we're not moving away from this. This makes it very easy for them to just pull their arm back and clear the position. When they club, I want to step in and come into the position, right? So I can get it nice and tight and make sure that there's no room for error. So when we get a 2-on-1, the foot position becomes extremely important. So when I get to this 2-on-1, the neutral position I like is toe-to-toe and this 90-degree angle, right? If we have this 90-degree angle, we can hit almost any technique we want, right? If we are more acute like this, it kind of limits my options, right? If I'm inside here, it limits my options, as well if I play outside on the back here. So the place I really like to hang out is just toe-to-toe. From here, there's a couple different techniques I like to hit, right? The main one being this Kochi pick. So we're over here, I'm toe-to-toe. I bring my feet together, and then I lunge in here, right? So once I lunge in here, I'm really keeping this top shoulder dominance. I'm going to release the wrist, grab the palm of the foot, and pull them through, and go for my leg drag. So this 2-on-1 Kochi pick, extremely effective, right? I really want to make sure I bring my feet together. I don't want to elongate myself here where he could limp arm out and just be on my back, right? I have to make sure I keep this top shoulder dominance, lunge in, take this, pull it back, and look for this leg drag position. Alternatively, if I'm here and we're toe to toe and I feel like this is going to be difficult for me to do, I go for a technique I call the arsonist. It's basically a front side fireman's. So I, again, bring my feet together, but rather than stepping in front, I step behind. As I step behind, I bring this shoulder up and load right here, right? Now there's a couple different ways we could finish. We could lift the leg and then just turn them down. Alternatively, we can come in, right? And then we can kind of S-sit. And as we S-sit, we come on top. I really like this technique because you fall in side control. One way I also like to practice is coming in, lifting up, getting this deep grip, pulling them on top of myself, and getting them completely sideways. This really shows that you have a really good control of the technique and we're not just going to injure someone. One thing I would wary against is coming in for this arsonist and sitting on their knee laterally. We're not sitting on their knee. We're coming in here and then we're sitting to our own butt. We're never sitting into our partner. We gotta keep our partner safe here, and flying in on their knee is not gonna take them down. You're just gonna tear their ACL. Okay, enjoy you guys.